Strongest taste, loudest drop, head is fit.
Hi everybody, so today I'm here to review Furless cosmetic brushes. I have a few brushes here from various sets that I'm really excited to review. For those of you who are unaware what Furless Cosmetics is, it is an Australian cosmetic brand that sells brushes, pro brushes, brush sets, individual brushes, brush belts, makeup, and nail polish. Now, these brushes were sent to me, but I have actually had a huge interest myself in purchasing these brushes. So when Furless contacted me and asked me if I would like a few sets to review, of course I had to say yes, because I remember back when Amy Sass 7 reviewed these brushes and I was like, those are so soft, so gorgeous, and actually extremely reasonable priced, especially for an Australian brand where the pay rate is actually way higher than anything we have in the United States. That being said, these are an exceptionally great deal. Those of you wondering what Furless Cosmetics is and whether they animal test or not, the name does say it all, but they are cruelty free and vegan for those of you who are concerned. You can earn VIP points with every order, and you can become an affiliate if you have a blog. Now, I don't have an affiliation with this brand whatsoever. Simply this is as far as I know, a one-shot deal review with this brand, and I personally have a few things to say about the brush sets, and of course I did go through, test all these brushes myself, and that's because I want my review to stand the test of time when you guys decide, or if you guys decide to order your own brushes. I want my review to have its place where you're like, yep, that's exactly how it performed. Furless did send me the Black Professional Travel Makeup Brush Set, and what I really love here is this really sort of tiny like little font right here that will set your kit like apart aside if you are a working professional. It is travel friendly, so if you're using it on yourself, that's absolutely perfect too. Now, what I really like about the Black Beauty brush set is that it has these really pretty seafoam or aqua brush tips, which is extremely unique. So if you are sharing a bathroom with multiple girls, or you are using these professionally, you'll generally know which set is yours. Not everybody's obviously going to be purchasing these Furless brush sets. Most people will purchase things a little more readily available like MAC or Real Techniques. So they don't have to pay shipping and handling. So this is definitely a really nice built-in ID. The very first brush is the angled contour brush, and then this is the MF3. Now, I personally use this for foundation a lot. You can actually use an angled brush for foundation. I've done it a lot. It's absolutely gorgeous as a foundation brush. Gets just right into the side angles of the face and everything like that. It being a synthetic brush makes it a multi-purpose brush you can use with a myriad of products. So what I like about this one is that once again, very soft, Furless, and then of course it is actually a lot smaller than a lot of angled brushes I have seen, so that would definitely give you a little bit more ease of application. This brush is kind of in the medium when it comes to a contour brush. It's small in my opinion, but it's not quite like small and scrawny this way. It does have enough fluff where you can definitely get a very nice sort of whipped creamy, very smooth application with your favorite foundation, BB cream, CC cream. It's synthetic, so, and it's very lightweight, even though it is sort of fluffy, so the liquid should not get completely stuck in this brush. It does dry actually pretty decently for a Furless brush, which is definitely a nice thing. Dries in about 1 to 2 days. Sometimes when you're dealing with other brushes that are more dense, like the Sigma F80, I'm not insulting that brush, I'm just saying it's more dense, therefore it takes longer to dry. So you do need at least 2 of those brushes. This one is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to that. And once again, the gorgeous Goosebumps-esque font, for those of you who know what Goosebumps is from the 90s, are these sort of pointy ones. Here you have the large multi-purpose powder brush. This is the MF1, and this is a gorgeous finishing brush. What I like about this is it's got a rounded sort of tip, so you can just kind of get in right under the eyes and then go in and buff the rest of the face right out. I do think this is a little large for a blush brush, just my humble opinion. Not trying to overstate that. You can really use any brush how you want. I think this is a little large for liquid, but if you're somebody who has absolutely no time in the world, do it. Do what you gotta do. The next brush I really like in this kit is, of course, the multi-purpose blending brush. This is so multi-purposeful, it's insane. This is the MF2. And now what I really like about this brush is that it very much is reminiscent of a old MAC favorite, the 138. So here's the MAC 138, here's the MF2. This brush is nearly impossible to do, but Furless has you covered, and it's actually pretty affordable by itself. And of course the Aqua Identity tip. You can highlight with this brush, apply, kind of bring it to its belly if you need to, and kind of just pounce a little bit of blush here in the apples of the cheek, and then bring it to the tip and buff it out. Do that with the contour, and of course you can also use it as a setting brush as well. Bring it right on the eyes. Get all that concealer set so you don't have a gorgeous creasing mess underneath your eyes. The eye kit, the eye brushes. This lovely brush is actually considered, yeah, this is considered an eye brush. I was actually gonna like double check and be like, is this a precision brush? Because I think those can be considered eye or face. Depends on what you like to do with your brushes. If you want to consider this a face precision finishing brush, go ahead. Use it to your advantage. This is the angled eye kabuki. Now, one thing I do like to use with these, with this style of brush is sort of use this to sort of erase maybe a very harsh crease. If you're still new to blending, maybe you ended up with a muddy crease, harsh crease, line through your crease, whatever. This you can use as a highlighting powder, or even just take your setting powder and buff that crease out. This is sort of like a dry erase brush in a sense, so it's also kind of like a precision or a finishing brush. The next brush is the eyeshadow brush, and it is the ME5, sorry. And what I like about this is that it does remind me a bit of the MAC 227, but a little smaller. Not only can you use it underneath the brow bone, again, you can use it to sort of add a little bit of a highlight in the inner tear duct. You can use it to contour the nose. You can use it to sort of add some eyeliner underneath the lower lash line. This is actually really perfect for that. You get no fallout, zero fallout when you use that to just sort of, you know, get that under the eyes. It's a perfect little baby smudger brush. So perfect, it's insane. Small domed crease blending brush, and this reminds me of the 222, but I also like that it's a little bit more splayed on the top in a sense. It's got a little bit more of a fluff to it. The 222 is more like this, like when you buy it, very closed in, and then the 224 is very like buttery and soft. So this is like the perfect socket brush. It's the ME3, and then it'll just give you like that really perfect sort of soft blendy smoky eye, or that perfect pinup eye, or once again just really sort of buff out any lines. This brush is the precision eyeliner. I absolutely love these precision liner brushes because they get gel liner so beautiful, just so beautiful. If you're like me, where you like a really manipulative creamy gel liner, very wet, this will just be your BFF. It just makes it so movable, so, you know, formable, and you can really just be the artist and move that every which way you want. I think it's easier to use than an angled brush, or just a flat stiff top little brush that I think is easier for pencil liners or brows. The brow brush in the kit, or what I consider the brow brush in the kit, some people like to go in and feather under the eyes. I usually like a little bit more of a softer hand with that. I think this is more precise. This is the angled liner brush, and it is the ME2. What I like about this is sometimes if I have too big a brush, I end up with too full a brow. As somebody who uses very colorful shadows, likes a very artistic look, I don't want my brows and my colored looks to be like combating each other, so I want like a very clean brow. So this is absolutely perfect for that. And if you're somebody who just wants to go in and do some light feathering because you already have heavy brows, beautiful for that. And if you're somebody who has no brows, this should give you that ease of application. All in all, would I recommend this kit for $79.99? I would say so. You get 8 brushes, so you're paying $10 a brush. That's actually a steal. It's a huge steal because one brush from MAC, and let's say an eye brush from MAC, is $20-some. So your Kashuk brushes can be $12. So you'd actually be spending more at the drugstore than if you just invested in this Furless set. Furless does have a flat shipping rate of $8, but if you're considering that they are shipping internationally, that's actually not a bad shipping rate whatsoever. So if you divide that by the 8 brushes, yeah, you are paying now $12 a brush, but still much better deal than MAC. And if you bought individual brushes, and it's actually back in stock. It's the Mini Bamboo Travel Makeup Brush Set. Absolutely gorgeous. Retails for $39.99. It's completely cruelty free and vegan again, and it is made from bamboo, Taklon, and aluminum, and of course the case is nylon. What I really love about this case is that it has a little thing that you might need to travel, a pouch. You can put your eye primer in here, you can put your tweezers in here, your brow gel, and maybe a couple individual eyeshadows if you have like a pen highlighter, maybe even, that if it has, you know, obviously a shorter body. And of course the case opens up like an envelope to reveal very eco tools like brushes. This is also a really nice beginner kit if you're new to makeup, so you don't have to, you know, overthink and overinvest in a $79.99 case. If you're just doing this for yourself, this is perfectly well priced for $39.99, and of course they're sturdier than Eco Tools. I've had several Eco Tools brushes that just break on me within a couple weeks of buying them, so I don't highly recommend most Eco Tools brushes. Now this mini bamboo brush set comes with sort of a handled kabuki. It comes with a blush brush, and I think this is quite heavy for a blush brush, but you can always turn it on its belly, pat it on, and buff it out. Comes with a flat stiff shader, an actual blender. What travel set comes with a blender? That's gorgeous. I love that. Most travel sets just have sort of a flat, stiff top, like little shader, and then it'll just have sort of a rounded out shape so you can get in the crease easier, and that's usually no bueno. I also really love this little pencil brush. You can do a cut crease, do any buffing out of the lines, any like adding just really fine details of highlighters, buffing out a pencil, liner, eyebrows, or gel liner. If you need to do your eyebrows first, you can always just clean out the brush, the color out of the brush, and then go ahead and do this as gel liner. And then maybe you can just bring some shampoo with you if you're on vacation, rinse these brushes, and you'll be good to go. That is if you're using different makeup colors. And then a spoolie to sort of pull the color out of your brows, or maybe even to remove flaky mascaras. So $39.99 for about 7 tools. That's actually a pretty good deal. In my opinion, I got a Smashbox set in the very far past, like 5-6 years ago, and it cost me $50 for travel. And the case wasn't even this beautifully, purposefully made. The case was beautiful, but it wasn't as purposefully made. And of course this one is cruelty free and vegan. The next brush we're going to talk about is sort of a dupe of the MAC brushes, the 187. This is obviously a lot more narrow, but they look about the same. This one does have a navy handle. It is the Furless Pro 6F. This brush does have a 5-star rating, and rightfully so. I definitely love these stipple brushes. I go through about 5 stipple brushes a week. So I have e.l.f. ones, I have Delium Tools ones. I love these style of brushes. What I love about them is I can use them as a setting powder. I can go in and buff on a little bit of bronzer. I can go on and put on my blush, and in the far past, I used to use it with my MAC Studio Sculpt, which of course I no longer use. So absolutely adore this brush. The MAC one is, as far as I can remember, I think they raised the prices on MAC from when I stopped buying. But the MAC was like $30-$35. This one, $14.95. Now, if you like sort of like a tulip shaped brush for the face, you might also like this for the eyes. You can use it to sort of buff out brow colors, the crease, underneath the eyes, and you can also use it as precision. Some people have even used this for lips. I think it's a little large for a lip brush, but maybe to do like a lip powder or something like that. This is the Pro 1M brush, so it basically is the Must Have Pro Pencil brush. I did get a different stippling brush, and this is from the Perfectly Pink line, and it is the PPF3. So we have two variances on the stippling brush. This one's slightly shorter, and of course the pink tip. I still think this is a great built-in ID because not many people will carry this with the blue handle. So anyways, this is the Perfectly Pink stipple brush. Once again, you can use this to highlight the cheekbones, apply powders, bronzers, set the face, and also use it for liquids. This one is a lot thinner, so you might find it leaves the liquid on your face a little bit streaky, so I don't recommend that for liquids per se. This one's easier because it's more compact, but it's of course up to the user and what you feel comfortable with. Holding your hand here, of course, is going to give you more control. Holding your hand far back here is going to allow the brush to do the work. Now, when I saw this brush, I was wondering if Sigma used the same numbering system or the same numbering system reasons, and not really exactly. When I saw the name PPE2, I was thinking this is a face, this is a precision brush. But I guess I couldn't really think of what you would do except line this for lips or do a really harsh contour. So when I looked it up, it is of course a Perfectly Pink Stubby Eye Blending brush. And what I love about this brush is that once again, it is sort of a dry eraser. You can also use it to pack on pigments with liquid. You can use it to pack on glitters because it's so compact, so tight, you're going to be left with very minimal fallout. You can also pack random colors, pigments, and of course glitters under the eye as well. It is synthetic, so it will grab things easily and evenly and leave you with very minimal fallout. And last but certainly not least, will leave your eyes not feeling sensitive because some people are allergic to animals, so you'll have that lovely, you know, benefit of the synthetic brush. Also, synthetic brushes are cheaper, of course, than animal hair, so it's always the huge plus. It's easier to save some money where we can and purchase the necessary items rather than the more couture handmade animal items. When it comes to investing in your makeup and going cruelty-free, vegan, or maybe, yeah, simply just investing in your makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.